Are you ready to hear how psycho we are? Hi guys, it's Valentine's Day.
Is it? Today?
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey.
You doing right, Valentine?
No. I'm here with Cayla, and Valentine's Day actually is soon, contrary to belief, Cayla. So we decided what better thing to do to celebrate Valentine's Day than to talk about how crazy we are.
Kind of explaining why we're so single, in a way. Like,
We're not crazy. We just like entertainment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ew, dude.
I was inspired English. Basically, I really like Keith Urban, and I was listening to Keith Urban on the way home a few days ago, and like the song came on, and it was called
What
like
song?
Without You. It's like, I wanna be there for you, baby.
I think I've heard that song before.
Yeah. And then I was like, holy shit, I remember when I dedicated this to a song to a boy.
Did you?
Dedicated this song to a boy I've never met. And so then I was like, this is a video I have to film. It all started my freshman year of college, which was a long time ago. Just a long time ago.
Yeah,
I'm not crazy
that's
anymore.
crazy.
Preface on the not crazy anymore. My brother, he's not my real brother, but basically he's my age, but he was a year, like a grade school younger than me. I would go to his football games every Friday because I'm a good sister. And so he was my age, and all the boys were basically my age. And so after, because I'd go with his family, my family.
Yeah.
So we'd go afterwards with all the football players to the like dinner. They went to the bar basically. All the boys were there, and I was like, saw this one. I was like, oh my god, he is so cute. But I didn't know his name or anything, so of course I went home, creeped, found his Twitter, found his Instagram, followed him, got the follow back. It was great. And so then it was like very close to the end of the football season, so I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to see him again. The game got canceled for some reason, and I was so bummed because I like, couldn't see him. And so I texted my brother, and I was like, dang it, I don't get to see so and so. And he was like, oh, do you think he's cute? I was like, he's so cute. Like, I want him to talk to me. He screenshots our text
and sends it to
no, tweets it and tags both of us in it so the kids saw it.
No!
I was a good sport, so I just like went along with it, and so we like DM'd a little bit, but it was all like jokes. He just stopped replying to my DMs, and so it was like at the point in Twitter where you couldn't check if like DMs were read or not. So me and Courtney were just driving around, and we were like, Courtney's gonna call me out, but I don't say I was the one who came up with the idea, and we drove past his school to see if he was like at football practice, and that's why he wasn't answering me.
Was he?
No.
Do you guys ever like talk or anything, or?
We like texted, but then I decided he was too weird.
Yeah.
It was just not the same anymore, so since then I've unfollowed him on
so wait, is
Instagram
that
and
the one
Twitter.
that you said that you dedicated the song to, or is that someone else?
Oh yeah, so me and Courtney and this other girl were in the car one day. I was listening to Keith Urban, and like all these love songs kept going on, and I'm like, wow, this really fits me in like Blank's relationship. And it was so funny because they fit like so perfectly to an actual relationship, except for this
our Twitter DM relationship.
I
can't believe your brother did that. I'd put that. I'd be like, delete that now.
He was being a wingman, I think.
Oh,
like a
really?
very like douchey wingman.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna embarrass you, but like at the same time it's gonna give him like the chance to talk to you. So that's one crazy story, and here's the other one.
So I guess, okay, this one's kind of short. This is just something that a boy said to me. Okay, so when I was like a freshman in like my hometown, I talk about this a lot in my videos. All of my friends were like kind of really bad people. Like we were like 14, and like they were trouble. Let's just put it there. And so one night we snuck out of my friend's house and got a ride from these guys that like we didn't know. They like sent these guys to come pick me, my friend, and our other friend up and bring them to their house at like 12 a.m. And so we got to the house, and like we're just hanging out and stuff, and then one of our friends had a boyfriend who was there. The other one was talking to one of the kids, and then it was me and this other kid.
So you were pretty much the only two single?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was the first kid that I was really ever like kind of intimate with. We just like kissed, really. That was it. We came back inside, and we started like just talking again, and then we left. My friend tells me in the car that when I went to the bathroom afterwards, the guy was like, tell your friend that when she wakes up tomorrow that it's never gonna happen. And I was like, she told me that in the car.
When you're in 14.
Literally. And the next morning I woke up and he blocked me on Instagram, he blocked me on Twitter, and I was like, what did I do? I was like, I never like,
God. That's not even you being crazy, that's them
he
being
was so
crazy.
full of himself. I was like, holy crap. When she told me that, I was like, what? I never even expected anything to go beyond that. I was like, oh, we're just like
hanging out,
whatever, it just happened. Yeah. He was like, it was fun and all, but it's never gonna happen. And I was like, I didn't want it to happen.
This isn't like a crazy story, but there was like this kid. I met him at a party, and he it was like right before Valentine's Day, I'm not even kidding, like the weekend before. We like decided we wanted to hang out, and it just so happened like the first day we were gonna hang out was Valentine's Day. And like he picked me up and he like gave me roses, and like I love flowers, so I was like, oh, it is sick. And then he was gonna take me out to like a really nice restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was only like 7. I mean, me now, I've never been on a date. Like Chipotle, it's okay.
I'll take you on a date.
So he's like, oh, like we tried to make reservations and they're all booked. He's like, I'm just gonna bring crab legs, like we'll go buy crab legs and then we'll give them to your parents and we can like all eat dinner with your parents. Like it'll be on me. So my dad and him are like hitting it off and stuff, and then he gets a phone call. He had to leave because there was a death in his family, like not his like immediate family, but like his like family basically. And he was like, I'm so sorry, our first hangout date has to end.
Did he like cry in front of you or anything? Or?
No. I was like,
I cannot imagine. Like,
and so he texted me later and he's like, hey, I'm at the hospital, I'm so sorry, it had to end early, like I'd really love to
apologizes when someone dies.
He was like, I'd really love to hang out with you again, I hope your family enjoyed the crab legs. I was like, we did. No, I'm just kidding. I was like, how do you handle that? I'm hanging out with people on Valentine's Day, and the first time I do, it's like...
Did you ever go on another date with him after that?
We hung out for like a month and a half, and then I decided he was too nice for me. I like when people are nice to me, but I'm really, really, really sarcastic. So like if you can't be sarcastic back to me,
if you're just always nice,
like it's like when you need to be nice.
There's like a difference between being sweet and like just constantly being
like if I'm like trying to like have some banter and you just and then you just like go with it, you take it, and then I'm like, this isn't fun. One time he yelled at me for something stupid, and I was like, dude, don't yell at me. And then I was
He yelled at you?
Cut this out, cut this out.
Aw, your guys' first fight.
First and only. Now he's engaged, though.
Aw. Do you know the person that he's engaged to?
No.
So my story, this happened, I guess, sort of before, after, and during the one that I told before. It started when I was 13, because I was always a year younger than everyone in my grade. I skipped kindergarten. Like I started, okay, so I started the school year, and this was high school. This was my freshman year. There was this senior, his name was, let's call him Chris. I instantly felt like in love with him. He was on the basketball team. He was like 6 feet tall. He was my type, but I was like obviously this little scrawny, and if I look young now, imagine how young I looked then. I probably looked like I was like 11. Like I told all of my friends, obviously, and I was friends with seniors when I was a freshman, because I had this friend that I went to elementary school with, and her sister was a senior, so like I would hang out with her a lot, and then she was friends with him. So we would like hang out, and I would go to like his basketball games and stuff, and like because I really wanted to support him like a lot. He did track and stuff like that too, which I did track before that, so it's not like I was that crazy, but I was pretty crazy.
When you join a sport just to stop someone.
He knew that I liked him, and he was kind of like rude about it. Not like rude about it in that it's not like he was like, don't like stop talking to me. He was like, he just kind of led me on a little bit.
I really thought it was so funny.
Yeah, probably. And like he probably talked to all his friends about it. You know that Taylor Swift song 15 or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like senior
the
senior like winks at you or something like that or something, and like you're attracted to him. I don't know, when you're 15. So like obviously that song, I like would listen to that and I was like, that's me and him. And I was like, that's me and Chris. So we ended up FaceTiming like almost every night throughout the school year, like right before we'd go to bed, and we would like kind of flirt and stuff, and it was cool. And then homecoming came along, and we didn't go together because it was still like weird. We danced together, and like we slow danced together, and he would like text me when like he like texted me when this one slow song came on. He was like, where are you? And I was like I'm over here. And so he came and grabbed me and took me with all the seniors. It was like a senior area.
Oh yeah,
as
like
a
freshman, I guarantee you thought you were the coolest person. Like
I thought that I was like so cool. I was like, oh my god, this boy likes me. He didn't have a girlfriend, but he had just broken up with his girlfriend who had graduated the year before. We're still kind of like talking a little bit, but and like there were people who were seniors that were friends with her, so like they kind of told her. I do remember her coming to school one day and like giving me like a dirty look and stuff, but like but not obviously being mad at him too, which was cool. So at least it wasn't like she just hated this little freshman. Like she
that's probably why she didn't hate you. She was probably like, this girl's a freshman.
I guess I kind of got super creepy because like I became like really like into him. I would like want to go to every single basketball game just to see him. If I saw him in public, I'd like obviously say hi to him and stuff, and like I'd text him a lot. And there was this one day that I told my mom not to come pick me up because I wanted him to give me a ride home from
Did he do
practice. But he was like mad at me like that day. I like did something that made him mad at me, so like almost the entire car ride we didn't talk. It was like the first time I'd ever like really cried over a boy, and I remember talking to one of my friends about it. She was like baby, it's okay, you just need to like talk to him and stuff. And then this was like kind of the last straw, because like I sent what he said to me to my friend Ariana, and she was like, okay, that's messed up, because like he would like ignore me sometimes. And then one day I like messaged him and I was like, I don't think we should like talk anymore. And he was like well, okay, for how long? And I was like, I don't know. And he had only like 90 days left of school before he left, and I just feel like I'm gonna lose you like after school ends. I was like, we only have 90 days and I know for sure we're not gonna talk after that. And he was like, yeah, well, I don't want to not talk to you for 90 days. Or he was like, I don't think I could not talk to you for 90 days. And so I sent that to her because I was like, that's sweet, like he can't not talk to me. And then she was like, okay, you need to like end it. I was still like obsessed with him into the summer and stuff, and then eventually I like got over it once I started becoming homeschooled. But
well, that's our love stories for this channel. We are going to talk about more crazy boys story things on Cayla's channel right now, so if you want to go there and watch more of us talk about things that you don't really care about. No. Oh yeah, she's just right here. That's what Cayla is. Her channel's down there, and we're gonna talk more. So
hope you guys enjoy.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Wait, pose. We gotta.
Oh shoot.